Hey, Cappy Seekers. Ten of Wands, shocker. What are you taking upon yourself? You don't have to take upon yourself. You might tell yourself you have to take upon yourself in order to, one of my instance, in order to maybe avoid having to make a choice. You know, some choices we really, really don't want to make, but we have to make them. It's the sensible thing to do. So the best possible way the psyche finds a way to deal with it is by, oh, I have other things to take care of right now. So I can't make this decision right now. We all do that. No judgment. Thing is, I feel like this is something that you really, really need to decide about. And maybe because it's such of major importance, that's what makes you not really want to make that decision. But you're so responsible, so clear that you know postponing it is not wise. So you fill it up, you fill up the postponing with being busy with other important things. What? This is important too. It is. These things are also important. I'm not arguing that at all. I'm not being sarcastic, although it might sound like it, but something's got to give. There is no having it both ways. Oh, you already don't like me. I mean, well, it depends on what you're here for. Are you here for someone to grapple to you, to give you what you want, and just pass another 20 to 30 minutes of your life? Or are you here for an existential shift? I don't know. That's up to you. Um, Eight of Cups. Something's got to give. You can't carry all these wands anymore. It's just your system is just not having it. So I don't know if you're experiencing fatigue, um, or maybe it plays out with physical pain that kind of forces you to slow down. But it's it's like you won't hear it in the whisper, so you'll hear it in the shout. It's like you won't listen to your mind, so the body's like, I got this. They'll listen to me. So it starts slowing down the system. And you're like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? Why am I in pain? Why is this? Why is that? Try to let go of the burden and focus on the thing you need to move towards, even if it's unclear, even if it's unknown. That's the essence of Eight of Cups. Um, a lot of people choose to stay in things that they know are not right for them because they prefer something that they know over something that they don't know. But in this case, you know that what you're holding on to is not right for you. And you're holding on to it because you don't know what's on the other side of it. You don't know what the alternative is. And the unknown seems to be, according to the cards anyway, less preferred than the known wrong thing for you. So maybe hearing this out loud makes you aware that that's what you might be doing, and that could catalyze change, possibly. Come on. There you go. Well, what's up next? Oh, Six of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. Look at the imagery. So here we have someone walking in this direction, but carrying all these wands. Letting them go, walking in the same direction, only carrying one wand. And here, you see this character here? It's the same character. And this is what's next. This is what you're heading toward, I guess. I feel like it's a circular movement. Maybe you're heading towards something that was a beginning, that which was in the beginning, an origin. Maybe you're going back to your childhood home. Maybe you're going back to your earlier dream, right? Um, an earlier essence that you drifted away from. It's like the story of the alchemist by Paulo Coelho, where you gotta go, he went on a journey outside of where he started at, just to discover that the treasure he was searching for was right where he started, buried over there. He would never have known if it weren't for that journey that he took. You had to take this detour, this journey, in order to discover that where you're heading to now, which is a return of some sort, circular movement, it was there all along. Something that was there all along. And it's in alignment with your essence. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, it's in alignment with your soul. Page of Cups. I just picked up in my head, going back to your past life sweetheart. You know, like there's high school sweetheart or childhood sweetheart. With going back to your past life sweetheart. So maybe this return isn't even to someone or something. You know, I take it to love because there's some elements here, but it could be other things as well. So it could be a return to something from this life, from your past. It could be a return from something from your past from another life. Could play out differently for different ones out there. Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups. There is a love offer, a very genuine, romantic, sweet, reconnecting. And it's so gentle and respectful and genuine. Temperance. Wow. So this is orchestrated, divinely orchestrated. It's time. It's the right time. It's the right um, evolution of your soul. You're in the right stage. You're ready for it. You've done some sort of karmic cleansing and release. Some of you have Sagittarius in your chart. There's two cards here that speak to the sign of Sagittarius. But don't stay stuck on it. It doesn't have to. Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, etc., and or Stallion, or if you are drawn to the caption. These are general readings, guys. Take what doesn't. Did I just say take what doesn't? No, take what does. Let go of what doesn't. How could take what doesn't play out in a benevolent way? I don't know, maybe it's a message for some of you. Okay. Tower, Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. That's a challenging one. Okay. So this is a very obvious breakdown of a structure of some sort. Something that has been worked on that now needs to be dismantled or broken down, or just it's not going to continue. The building is not going to be continued. For some of you, it's literal. For some of you, it's construction of some sort that is discontinued. You might be leaving an apartment, leaving a home, or just discontinuing something. If it's not a home, maybe it's a project or a job or something that hasn't been fulfilling as it was planned to be. Like it just didn't pay off. It just didn't, and that's okay. People forget that when it comes to enlightenment, when it comes to gaining awareness, experiencing and understanding, growing, um, yeah, that's great, but it also brings with it a collapse of something within our reality that is not in alignment with that is in alignment with prior aspects, right? If you recognize that this is just not the place you want to live in, then whatever you've been building in that place no longer applies, and you've got to either leave it or stop it or sell it or whatever the case may be, right? If you realize that this is not your dream job, then you got to quit, or something gets messed up, and so on and so forth. So every evolution comes with a level of destruction. Count your losses. Be graceful about this. Recognize that this is a natural part of, you evolving. Maybe you feel like you're losing one thing, but you're gaining a whole other better thing. Or better is maybe not the right word, maybe something more in alignment. The High Priestess. More in alignment with your high wisdom, with the knowledge that you've gained in a few past lives. It is now getting kind of integrated to your consciousness. You get to live by it, We can't forget everything from the past. We're supposed to integrate certain things and let go of others. Some of you might want to watch my project of, it's on YouTube for free, of North Node, South Node, where I talk about integrating the South Node, not just letting go of it. This is not something to just throw out. The South Node is meant to be integrated in order to get to move towards the North Node, right? So just write maybe North Node, South Node, Capricorn, the existential shift. I think I have a playlist on that on my channel, so check it out. Or maybe I'll put it at the end. You know what? I'll put it at the end screen. I'll put it at the end screen. But yeah, there's duality that is trying to be integrated in your system. Yeah, and it's very healing, very wise, very spiritual, very aware, very broad, frequency wise. It's kind of outside the spectrum of our daily mundane life. It's the alchemy, it's the magic. Yeah. So don't put too much focus on whatever material mundane thing is crumbling. It's just not in your service anymore. There is a mystery here with the High Priestess. There is a level of, you know, in the Eight of Cups, there's a waning moon, and in the High Priestess, there is a waxing moon, a growing moon. There's something that ends and then something that begins, and that beginning is a bit unknown, a bit mysterious. It's walking into a dark room, and all you have to do is turn on the light switch. It's not that scary, but when we forget that there's always a light switch, that we get to turn on the inside and be the light that guides our way. You don't need the flashlight, you are the flashlight. It can get really scary. And sometimes you just need a reminder. You are the light switch. You just switch it on and find your way in the dark. Have cat eyes, owl eyes. Three of Wands. You're heading towards something that is seemingly a beginning, but it's something that you have either experience in or a certain level of knowledge in. It's just not something that you had or have monetary gain from or like proven record but you have a level of experience and you have an act for it, a talent for it, a gift for it. That is if this applies to career or life direction. If this is a person, then it's maybe someone that you know and have a very, you know, natural connection to and understanding of, but maybe you haven't been together, at least not in this lifetime. So something that you've already established yourself within is breaking down, and something that you have innate connection to, but you have not established yourself with, is kind of being built. There's also Aries energy on the table. We have Four of Cups. It landed on the Three of Pentacles. You're keep focusing on the thing that you're losing, on the thing that is breaking down. The Tower, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles here shows your attitude of like trying to hold on to like, you're not seeing the big, some of you are not seeing the big picture. You're focusing on the loss of certain details, but you're like, look at the big picture. Yeah, you're losing X, but you're gaining 10X, just as an example. But you're only focusing on the fact that you're losing X and completely ignoring, not seeing that you're gaining 10X. So that's kind of the Four of Cups just emphasizes it. With the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, and this Ace of Cups coming from the sky, which is kind of an embodiment of this Ace of Pentacles and this Page of Cups. This is the offer, or this is the opportunity that you're doubting because you're obsessing, or sorry, maybe that's the wrong word, overly focusing on this thing that that is no longer. One full cup is better than 8 empty cups. Better one bird in the hand than two on a branch. There's something that like I keep getting that you advise to look at the big picture and not at the illusion of something or the habit of something being a certain way, but rather how it is now. Okay, some of you are focused on a story or a memory of how things were or how things can be, as opposed to how things are in actuality. Six of Wands, Ten of Cups, the World, and Four of Pentacles. Okay, whoa. Cool. Two sixes, two fours. Ten of Cups. Something to do with community, something to do with construction of some sort or a building of some sort. It doesn't have to be like actual carpentry or actual construction, but could, like, you've built something, you're holding on to it, but the world here is like ascend above it, like see beyond it. It's like there's a Ten of Cups and a Six of Wands here, which is incredible. It's like having the Ten of Cups, you know, come up underneath the Temperance and the Page of Cups. Let's look at the cards. All right, so this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this, very romantic trio. Um, it's based on genuine soul and heart connection. It has longevity. Now, this Three of Wands is going to turn into the Six of Wands. So you will have support from your environment. So if you're worried that people are going to hold on to how the way they know you to be and kind of not see above it, I think they love and appreciate you more than you recognize. And I think they're more open-minded and accepting than you might give them credit for. Again, the need to look at the big picture keeps coming through. Now, this is also very fitting. Like, this is ascension from the tower. The tower breaks down and we ascend outside of this very limiting construct of the way we perceive ourselves or our reality. The matrix kind of crumbles. And you'll build a new matrix more in alignment with the expansion of your spirit and of your soul. Then maybe one day that will crumble, or maybe it won't. Who knows? But right now you're at that stage. You kind of earned your stripes, Cappy. This shows me maybe a little level of insecurity, like you don't give yourself enough credit of how much you can do. You know, how capable you are, how skillful you are, how experienced, how talented, whatever applies. Um, maybe you're humble. You don't, presume to be able to do so much more, but you can. Let your dreams break out of, I don't know, whatever perception you have of what it is that you can or cannot do, can or cannot have. Maybe that's what the take what doesn't, that came out of my mouth means. It's like your perception of doesn't, your perception of can't, your perception of shouldn't, your perception of impossible. Maybe it is possible. Maybe it is can. So there is a little bit of a shocker. But the good news is this happens after this gets somewhat established and returns into your life. So it's like you have it, you know, in the back of your mind or at the back burner while this collapses, you know that this is there and can be rebuilt and can be, okay, maybe rebuilt, but it can be built upon. So it's like this kind of gets built up and progresses while this is kind of breaking down. So that makes it easier if you are willing to recognize it. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle and create a double pentagram, which is a love reading. We're going to look into you and your person of interest. I'm going to ask to focus on this return to a past lifetime sweetheart person and see what it comes up. It will be your love sequel. It's either available here on YouTube as part of channel membership. I'm going to put it on the end screen here, or you can have it for separate purchase on Patreon. Link is below. All the links are below. Stay magic, stay true. I love you.